Okay, so what if I have more than one variable and I have exponents? Okay, so what if I have an exponent to the exponent but with more than one variable? So what we see here, we have x to the power of 4, y to the power of 3, and all of it is to the power of 2. What do I do?
So 4 with 2 times 4.
Mm-hmm.
3.
2 times 3.
Y 3 2 times. I mean, x to the power x 16 and y 9.
X 6
Multiply
y
by
5.
Y 9. Because
X, 8,
Okay,
and Y.
my question to you, everyone,
I was gonna say,
what am I doing here?
You're taking the x4, multiplying by 2. taking
Multiply
y3,
by 2.
multiplying by 2.
That's right, because I have exponent to the exponent. We call this the distributive property. So I'm distributing that 2 to every single thing inside the bracket. So I'm distributing that 2 times the 2 times the 3. So that's going to be x to the power of 8 and y to the power of 6.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. That's what I thought you were doing.
Okay? Same if I have the quotient law. So if I have x to the power of 4 divided by y to the power of 3, to the power of 2. Some people will write it something like this too. It's the same thing. Right? That's the same thing. Right? Because I changed the division into a fraction. Okay, now what do I do with that 2?
Multiply.
Multiply it by,
2.
so multiply the exponent 4 by 2 and multiply the exponent 3 by 2. So I would get x to the power of 4 over y to the power of 6. Can I simplify this any further?
X to the power of 8?
Sorry, 8, yeah. Can I simplify this any further?
we have to subtract.
Can we?
Subtract?
Can we?
Yeah,
No,
can-
because
Base are different.
different
Oh,
bases.
yeah.
Different bases.
Okay.
Right? Okay. How about the next one? If I have a sum or a difference inside my bracket. So I have x to the power of 4 minus y to the power of 2.
I'm still gonna distribute.
I can't. I cannot.
You can't distribute. You
No.
can't do it.
Anytime you have a plus or a minus inside the bracket and you have a power on the outside, you can't do anything. You can't do something, but you can't bring that to it. Okay? Because that's the same thing as, now you remember this. Now what do I have to do to expand this?
4?
Four.
Right? And then that would give me x to the power of 4 times x to the power of 4, so that's x to the power of 8. X to the power of 4 times negative y3, so that's negative x over y3. Negative y3 times x4, so that's negative x4 y3.
I know.
Negative y3 minus y3 is plus y6.
Literally, you described my first year in this class. It's like literally, that's exactly my attitude. I was like, man, it's like, just get so hard. Like, why? Just start
Right?
off.
And then you're gonna end up, you can simplify this because you have 2 negative x4 y3, so that's gonna be
Minus 2x4 by 3 plus
right? However, if you actually distribute that 2 in, you're gonna end up with only 2 terms. So you're missing that middle term, which is very important, right? So they won't be they won't be the same.
So you're saying that way is
Question,
not good?
Where we get the 2 from?
Negative 1 minus 1
Yeah.
is negative 2.
Yeah, sorry.
Right? So whenever you have, the thing is that I want you to pay attention to, if you have a minus or a plus between your terms, you can't do the distributive property. You can't do the same thing that we did for these ones, where you multiply the exponent in. Okay? We're gonna skip the same. So what would be your answer for B?
Pardon me?
B.
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 Multiply the exponent with the coefficient.
It'd be 2 times x10. It's x10, isn't it? Because you're adding?
8x.
Why 8? Can someone tell me why 8?
I didn't say 8, I said 6 and 4.
Because multiplying with
Aren't you
Yeah,
adding it?
exponent of 4, you gotta multiply it by 2.
What's the exponent
You
here?
have to multiply
Oh,
by
it's
2.
1.
It's 24, miss. 24.
So it's 2 to the power of 4
Oh, yeah.
Times 2 by
x to the power of 24
Yeah.
y to the power of 4. What's 2 to the power of 4?
16.
2 to the power of 4 is 16, you're right.
Yeah, see?
I had to do that. Who said 8?
But she looked at me like first, she stared at me like, what is this?
So say, I said 8, this friend's 8, you keep seeing I said 6.
we have to multiply with the powers, but with the coefficients,
It's 2 to the power of it. Right? Because I'm still multiplying my power. The power for the coefficient is 1. Right? The power for this coefficient is 1. Multiply 1 by 4 gives you 4. 2 to the power of 4 is 16. And this is the most common mistake. Is people do 2 times 4. It's not.
Yeah.
It's 2 to the power of 4.
If you put this one.
but it's a constant and it's with the variable, and variables already have a power. So why we are counting individually the power of
You know when your feet get cold and your root and you just try to warm it up? Yeah. So I'm
Sit.
I'm recording.
Oh, yeah.
Right? This is what this means. So I have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So that's 16. Correct?
But then the power would be plus in this
Yes.
case?
So I'm going to add this.
Okay.
6 plus 6 is 12. Plus 6 plus 6 is 24. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the power of 4. Right? So, understanding what it means. Are you guys okay with this? What would be the answer for the next one? X12 divided by Y15. Right? Easy? Multiply the exponent. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 5 is 50. How about the next one?
Oh, now I remember something.
So 9
And
Okay.
why wrong?
Which one is
I have to
it?
do FOIA.
For this one, Z.
Oh,
Let's look at
okay.
Z.
I thought you were-
Okay.
3, 6, 9. So 3 to the power of 3.
What's 3 to the power of 3?
I don't know. Which is 3 times 3.
Wait, I thought you would do that. I thought you
3
would do
times
No.
3.
27.
3, 6, 9.
27.
27.
27.
It's not 9. Because it's 3 to the power of 3.
Yeah.
And then y 6, y 6.
Yeah?
6.
X 18.
Yeah.
X 18.
So it should be 27y6 over x 18.
And we stop here. We don't go. No.
Yeah, there's nothing that you can
Yeah,
do.
yeah. I gotta put this one.
Please be careful with your exponents. Most of the mistakes is going to be when you have a coefficient. And you're either gonna forget to do the 3 to the power of 3, Or you're gonna do the same mistake where you're doing 3 times 3, which is 9, which is wrong as well. Use your calculator. If you're not like 100% sure about the answer, use that calculator. Because 3 to the power of 3 is different than 3 times 3.
3 times 3.
Can I use a distributive property for the next one?
You got some difference.
No, it's because there is less sign.
So I have to do the FOIL,
FOIL.
right? So I have to use the FOIL method for this one. Okay. So x times x, x squared. X times 2x, 2y cubed
2x
plus 2xy cubed. You're multiplying everything together. There's nothing you can do. Just put them next to each other as a multiplication, right? 2 times x times y cubed.
Plus.
plus 2xy cubed.
Same thing.
Same thing.
2xy cubed.
Plus 4y6.
What's 2y cubed times 2y cubed?
What that means?
2y cubed
4y cubed.
times 2y cubed. What is it?
4y9?
16.
4y.
Y.
369. Yeah.
What's
4y9.
3 plus 3?
6.
Six.
So what's that? 4, 6. I just went up around.
Holy yo.
Plus 4xy6.
So just add these two together, right? Because they are common. They have the same
Come on.
term.
4.
Plus 4xy cubed plus 4y6. Right? Because I'm adding, I just add the coefficient.
So what about the cube? Like we have here y3 and y of the power of 3. We don't add them together?
No.
These ones?
Yeah?
Why don't we add them together? What are we doing to them?
Oh.
Are we multiplying them?
No. We add them together.
I'm adding them.
Alright.
If the difference here, if you have this, then you add your exponent.
Okay.
But if you have this, then you just add your coefficient. It's like you have 2 apples plus 2 apples, that's 4 apples, it's not 4 apples squared.
Okay.
Right?
And you keep the exponent.
You keep exactly the same thing. Your base is going to be exactly the same. It's not going to change. You're just adding your coefficient.
Cool.
When you're doing this, however, you multiply 2 times 2 is 4. You add your exponent for x, so that will be x squared. You add your exponent for y, so that will be y6. But we don't have that case here,
Cool.
right?
Alright.
The case here is you're adding them. So what you're doing is you're adding your coefficient.
Yeah.
Are you guys okay with this?